Building a newsletter from scratch is easy, but building a newsletter business from scratch is a bit more complicated. In this video, I'm going to take my last 6 years of experience building 2 profitable newsletters and condense it into a 5-step framework that I would follow if I was starting a newsletter business from scratch today. And make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to share with you my favorite newsletter platform so that you can get started fast. And the best part is, it's free. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me with the algorithm. And if you have any questions, drop a comment below and I'll answer them. Let's get started. Over the last 6 years, I've learned that there are newsletters and then there are newsletter businesses. This may sound like semantics, but 99% of newsletters are pipe dream hobbies that never make any money. So if you want to build a newsletter business, you need to approach it like a business. Got it? Now let's get into the 5-step framework. Step 1 is controversial. But I need you to hear me out because you're either going to learn this the easy way or you're going to learn it the hard way. And that is, don't follow your passions. The best way to build a newsletter business that makes money is to build it with commercial intent. You want to find a market where people are down to spend money and the data shows they'll pay for what you're offering. You need to pre-frame your mind to think about it like a business from day one so that you have a high probability of making money. I'll give you a quick example. Which of these 2 newsletters do you think people would pay for? A newsletter about my thoughts on crypto, or a newsletter that syndicates highly vetted real estate deals? If you chose B, you're on the right track. One of the biggest mistakes people make is letting their passions guide their decisions, and so they end up choosing a niche that will never make any money. Which brings us to step 2. Pick a lucrative niche. Don't go after what you think will make money, go after what you know will make money. You want to pick a niche where making thousands of dollars is common. In lucrative niches, charging $1,000 for a product or service will be pocket change for your readers. For example, commercial real estate, wealth management, and luxury are all lucrative niches. In order to choose which lucrative niche to build your newsletter in, we're going to need to follow step 3. Step 3 is critical. It's validate your idea. We're here to build a real business, so we need to validate our newsletter in the market as soon as possible. We need to do this for free and we need to do this fast. So here's what you need to do. Go and find free groups where your audience hangs out online. This can be on Reddit, LinkedIn, indie hackers, Twitter, or Facebook groups. Once you've identified which platform is best for you, go contribute 5 helpful comments and posts and link your newsletter. If you get over 100 subscribers in the first 48 hours, that's a good sign. I posted my newsletter Exploding Ideas on Reddit, and in the first 48 hours, I had 200 subscribers. That's the type of momentum you're looking for. This can be really scary, because if the market doesn't care about our newsletter, they won't subscribe, and it will hurt our ego. But you need to ignore these feelings, because business and emotion do not mix. So if no one ends up subscribing in the first 48 hours, shut down the newsletter right there and come up with a new one from scratch. Repeat this cycle until you launch one that has the momentum that we're looking for. Once you nail it and launch a newsletter concept that's getting hundreds of free subscribers, you'll want to move on to the next step. Step 4. This step is all about monetization, and it's super important, so listen closely. You need to get profitable as soon as possible. Understanding this will help you get ahead of 99% of newsletters. The newsletter business landscape is constantly changing, and there's actually 2 major existential crises happening right now that you need to know. Number 1 is that advertising spend is down huge. Newsletter businesses are making 50% less in advertising income than they were 12 months ago. Companies are scared of a recession and cutting ad spend accordingly. The second thing that you need to know is that Apple has ramped up their email privacy features. They added UTM scrambling and no longer report open rates. So the metrics that newsletter businesses used in the past are all dead. This has made it near impossible to know what a newsletter ad is worth in 2023. Advertisers are fleeing the space. The key is to figure out a revenue model that's not dependent on advertising. You could try courses, premium newsletter, B2B services, SaaS. You get the idea. These revenue streams are more lucrative and they'll make your newsletter more valuable as a result. You want to have revenue streams that you are in control of, which brings us to number 5, organic growth. Try this test. Post your newsletter for free on social media platforms. You could try Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn. See if you get any subscribers. If you do, you have something special. Double down on this strategy. If you fail, that's a red flag. If your newsletter is compelling, you will get free subscribers through these platforms. Organic subscribers are more engaged, spend more money, and they're free. It's hard to get them, but it's worth it. So keep these 3 things in mind. Leverage organic growth, keep your costs down, and launch products to get profitable as soon as possible. Here's one way that I like to keep my costs extremely low in the beginning. It's by using my favorite newsletter platform. I love this platform because you can start for free and send emails without spending a dime. And if you decide to upgrade, they'll even help you make money. Let me explain. If we're pitching advertisers, we're wasting our time. We want to make them come to us so that all we have to do is close deals. And this is exactly what Beehive does for you. Each week, they tell you which advertisers are interested in sponsoring your newsletter and how much they'll pay you to include them in an email. You can either accept it or reject it. It's totally up to you. All you have to do is close the deal. This accounts for 15% of my revenue. Only Beehive offers this, and honestly, this alone makes Beehive the best newsletter platform. So that's all for today. All links mentioned are in the description below. If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about newsletters, comment below and I'll respond to make a video. See you next time.